that was big. I just do. Oh, that was about the loudest. Not as much in front. In front is great. I can see. So that's perfectly fine. Like, I'll move back. But yeah, that's perfect.
Welcome. 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 Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Test.
Test.
Test, test.
Testing. Test. 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 Testing. Test. Test. Test.
Test, test. Test, test.
Check, check.
Testing.
Check, check. Oh. Check, check.
Working?
Thank you.
Test. Test.
Welcome. Gentlemen, will everyone please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats for the presentation of the colors.
Please be seated. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the graduation of North Marion High School's very own Class of 2025. I know we all had our moments where we weren't sure if we were going to make it here, but here we are. If you don't know by now, I am Cassidy Hooks, the senior class secretary.
And I am Jadair Montoya, the senior class president. I am so grateful for every single person that could make it here tonight. It is amazing to think that we are finally living out the moment that we have been dreaming of since the first day of freshman year. These last 4 years have been nothing short of magnificent, and it's bittersweet to see them coming to an end. However, the memories we made here at North Marion High School will last a lifetime.
We have been through so much together as a class. We have survived hurricanes, SATs, and even group chats with 100 unread messages. If that's not preparation for life, then I don't know what is. And while we have so much left to learn as we embark on this new journey, we can always turn to each other, as we always have, especially when we didn't get that homework assignment done.
It is definitely surreal to be up here giving this speech. When we ran for class officers, we thought it was just pizza parties and planning prom. Turns out there's also public speaking. Whoops. We've laughed, we've cried, we've Googled how to pass a class you're failing with 1 week left. And yet, here we are, graduating. Miracles really do happen. All jokes aside, we are so honored to be here tonight, and we hope that you all enjoy the rest of our graduation ceremony.
Now, allow me to welcome up to the stage Adrian Cervantes and Carson Switzer to give an invocation.
Please bow your heads as we take this moment to ask for God's blessing for our futures. Lord God, as we gather here today, we thank you for bringing us this far. You were gracious enough to guide our steps as we struggled through classes.
You were kind enough to keep us safe as we went through the highs and lows that followed the life of a high schooler. And you were mighty enough to bring us where we are today, sitting in our chairs, preparing to call ourselves graduates.
These last 4 years contain some of the best memories for each of us. Right now, many of us are either sitting next to our best friend whom we met through those 4 years, or at least wishing we were. Furthermore, the effort we put into those 4 years is manifesting in our athletic, academic, or career goals.
However, we know that this is not the end. In fact, many of us will need even more of your interference in the future than we have had in the past. So as we come to you today, and with each of us having a unique gift to glorify you with, we ask 2 things.
Please keep each one of us from forgetting who you are, what you have done for us, and why we need you. And please guide our future, helping us to make decisions which consider more than just today, but consider where we will be in the years to come, as well as the future of those around us.
The next part of our lives will not be easy, but you promised us that as long as we die to self and live to righteousness, you will work all things together for good to us. We praise you today, and we thank you for the blood of your Son. Amen.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome the graduates, families, North Marion staff, and all those watching on live stream this evening. Today is a very special day for our graduates and their families, and we are ready to help them celebrate. I'd like to extend a special thank you to Dr. Gullett, our current superintendent of Marion County Public Schools, Dr. Danielle Brewer, our incoming interim superintendent. We're also honored to have State Representative Yvonne Hayes Henson, along with Dr. James, Dr. Campbell, Ms. Conrad, and Reverend Cummings from our school board, who have joined me on stage this evening ceremony. And on behalf of North Marion High School and Marion County Public Schools, I would like to thank Cox Communication for providing our graduates with their honor cords. I would also like to recognize the principals from our feeder pattern schools, Gay Street from Anthony Elementary and Donnie Manning from Reddick Collier Elementary. I'd also like to give a special recognition to Ms. Carol Sales, the principal of Fort McCoy School, and someone that has also had a profound impact on these students' high school careers. I speak for all of them when I say thank you, Ms. Sales. Students, at this time, I would like for you to honor your parents, grandparents, extended family, and friends who spent time pushing you to reach this moment in your life. Let's give all of them a round of applause. Now, there is one group that I would like to thank that has had the most significant influence on our students during their time in high school, spending over 4,000 hours over the course of 4 years with our graduates. Faculty and staff of North Marion High School, please stand. Students and all our guests, please join me in a round of applause. Thank you, teachers. Now to the senior class of 2025, my very first graduating class as principal of North Marion High School. It is truly an honor to stand before you tonight. Most of you know me as your principal, but I hope you also know me as someone who truly believes in you and this school. Tonight I want to speak to you not just as your principal, but as someone who once sat right where you are now. In 1998, I graduated from North Marion High School. Just like you, I wore the cap and gown. I looked out across the same cow fields, walked the same hallways, and made memories I still carry with me today. And now I have the incredible privilege of returning not just to this school, but to this community to help guide the next generation of Colts as they get ready to step into the world. I went to school with many of your parents. I know your neighborhoods and sat under the same Friday night lights. I've seen the grit, strength, and pride that makes the north end of Marion County so special, and I see that same strength in you. So tonight I offer you a challenge. I challenge you to be more than graduates. I challenge you to be change makers. The world you're entering is fast moving and uncertain, but it needs you, not just your talents and your diplomas, but your courage, your compassion, and your conviction. We don't need more bystanders, we need leaders. We need people that take action. We need adults who are responsible, not because someone's watching, but because it's the right thing to do. Adults who understand that every decision they make has an impact, that your words, your integrity, your effort, they matter. What you do with your life will either lift others up or let them down. You come from a community built on hard work, loyalty, resilience. Never forget that. Let it steady you when things get tough. No matter where you go, you carry this place with you. The North End didn't just raise you, it built you. You've probably heard a lot about success lately, college, scholarships, careers. But hear this, real success is measured by impact. It's how you treat people, how you lead when no one's watching, and how you show up when it matters. So class of 2025, here's your challenge. Go out and be the kind of adult this Northside community can be proud of. Be the kind of adult your future kids can admire, and be the kind of adult who changes the world. Not all at once, but little by little every day. This isn't the end, it's the beginning. So go forward, stay grounded, stay humble, and as my man Mr. Watts always says, remember, go Colts. Congratulations, class of 2025. Now let's go change the world. It is now my distinct honor to introduce our valedictorian, Ms. Jadair Montoya. Jadair is the 17-year-old daughter of Miguel Montoya and Del Marie Gutierrez of Venezuela. She will be attending the University of Florida studying biology. Please welcome Ms. Jadair Montoya.
Welcome, teachers and staff, friends and family, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. I have told several people that I would keep this speech short and sweet, and I'm going to try my best to do just that. Walking into high school 4 years ago, I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know how to navigate a class schedule or how to survive without naps, or even how to fake confidence in group projects where I had to present in front of the entire class. But here we are. Somehow, we made it. And I mean we. I might be standing up here as valedictorian, but this truly was a team effort. To the teachers and staff at North Marion High School, thank you. You weren't just educators. You were counselors, comedians, cheerleaders, and more often than not, the people who kept it together while we all collectively spiraled throughout exam season. Your dedication didn't just teach us facts. It taught us character, and I am genuinely forever grateful for the impact you all had, not only on my education, but on who I am as a person. To my family, thank you for being my shoulder to lean on and cry on, and we all know I did a lot of crying. To my brother and my sister-in-law, thank you for always listening to me, no matter how small my problems were. To my niece, Demi, and my nephews, Abel and Ever, the adorable distractions that made studying nearly impossible, but it was totally worth it. To my dad, thank you for the countless sacrifices you made to allow me to be where I am today. And last, but certainly not least, to my mom. You are my rock and my #1 fan, and I wouldn't be who I am without you today. So thank you for always supporting all of my dreams and never letting me think that I couldn't achieve them. Most importantly, I want to thank God for never forsaking me and allowing me to grow while living my life for Him. He is the reason I made it through all the highs and all the lows with purpose. My strength comes from Him, especially when I was running on 3 hours of sleep and microwave popcorn. Now, to my fellow graduates, if you remember nothing else I say today, and I mean nothing, remember this: life is hard either way. It's hard to chase your dream, and it's hard to give up on it. It's hard to stay disciplined, and it's hard to live with regret. So choose your hard and make it count. Don't give up on anything that is important to you. Also, just be kind. Be the person who smiles when the room is silent. Be the person to hold the door even when they're 10 feet away and now they're awkwardly jogging and you're just as awkwardly smiling. Compassion costs nothing, but it can change everything. Class of 2025, we've cried together, laughed inappropriately during serious assemblies, survived the tilt-a-whirl that is high school, and somehow made it through senioritis. And now we're launching into a world that is, well, unpredictable. But the good news is we don't have to have it all figured out. We just have to go through with faith, grit, and our heads held high like we do have it figured out. So go, be bold, be weird, be loyal, be grateful, and above all, be kind. Congratulations, class of 2025. We really did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jadair. We're going to pause for a second while we work on this sound. Test, test, test.
Test, 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 test.
Test, test, test.
test, test.
I apologize. Oh, well, I don't know if you can hear me.
Test, 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 test.
Test, test. Test, test.
Testing.
Testing, testing.
It is indeed not.
Mic check, mic check.
Testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, testing.
All right, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Can you guys hear me? Okay. All right, we're going to keep it going. Thank you, Jadair. I would like to introduce our salutatorian, Cassidy Hooks. Cassidy is the 18-year-old daughter of Carl and Courtney Hooks of Anthony, Florida. Cassidy will be attending the University of Central Florida to study kinesiology. Please welcome Cassidy Hooks.
Good afternoon, faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, our North Marion class of 2025. I am our salutatorian, Cassidy Hooks, and today we are not celebrating the end of something, but we are celebrating the beginning of everything. Among us now is the future of our world, and we get to decide that fate. Each and every one of us have our own stories, our own ways we were brought up. And I have no doubt in my mind that each and every one of us will find our own purpose to reach our own dreams in this crazy world with endless possibilities. So don't go into this life thinking that your time has to be right now. Everyone is in their own timelines. As the Bible states in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 11, He has made everything beautiful in its time. This is your time. This is your timeline. You may do whatever you will with that. I am sure we have all said at least once that we're going to drop out and do things that I don't think our parents would be so proud of. But we didn't, so that's what we're celebrating tonight. We came, we saw, we almost gave up quite a few times, but instead, we didn't. So let's take this time to celebrate and remember that if we can get through all the state testing and ACE exams, we can do anything. In all seriousness, if you take only one thing from this speech, let this be it. Although we are becoming young men and women, we must always remember that we can be able to depend on each other. The North Side is all of our homes forever, and we can never take that for granted. Thank you for everything, North Marion. And remember, the party is always on our side.
Thank you, Cassidy. Students in the front row, please rise. At this time, I would like to welcome faculty member Scott Snyder and senior guidance counselor David L. Galvin for the presentation of the class of 2025.
So what? Test, test, test. Nice job, by the way. I can't yell that long. I can't yell that loud, so I wouldn't do that well. Yeah, I could hear you. Oh boy. Testing. Does it work? Huh? Speakers. Test.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. All right.
Good.
Okay. Jader Montoya Gutierrez, graduating summa cum laude.
Cassidy Hayden Hooks, graduating summa cum laude.
Luis Alberto Agustin Sanchez, graduating magna cum laude.
David Isar Alexanderson.
Tyson Joseph Alonji.
Jaden Elijah Elverio, graduating cum laude.
Trevor Lewis Andreessen, graduating magna cum laude.
Benjamin Walter Anthony.
Jamin Arenas, graduating magna cum laude.
Amy Gianella Arguello, graduating magna cum laude.
David DeAndre Armstrong II, graduating cum laude.
Araceli Fabiana Asensio, graduating magna cum laude.
Ricardo Asensio Jr.
Andrew Jacob Atkins, graduating summa cum laude.
Caden Jameer Autry.
Kara Jean Baker.
Zachary Nathaniel Baker, graduating cum laude.
Edwin Ballesteros Marin, graduating magna cum laude.
Kayla Cheyenne Banks, graduating summa cum laude.
Maddox John Batten, graduating summa cum laude.
Miguel Angel Barrera, graduating cum laude.
Lily Ann Marie Bedford, graduating cum laude.
Philip Logan Baxley.
Kiera Nichelle Ben.
Emma Sue Beck, graduating magna cum laude.
Marion Isaiah Luttrell Bentley.
Jake Ryan Bello.
Daniel Jakyle Booker, graduating magna cum laude.
Anya Leilani Zion Bostic.
Arcade Meadow Bradley, graduating summa cum laude.
Canaria Surreal Bostic.
Xander Ace Branford, graduating magna cum laude.
Gwen Lynn Brohart, graduating magna cum laude.
Jeremiah Javon Brown.
Taven Lane Brock, graduating cum laude.
Kyra Kane, graduating cum laude.
Diamond Unique Aubrey Bryant.
Andrea Nicole Caracillo Barrios, graduating magna cum laude.
Robert David Campbell, graduating magna cum laude.
Bryce Douglas Carsey, graduating summa cum laude.
Caleb Richard Carrier, graduating magna cum laude.
Emily Grace Seamer, graduating magna cum laude.
Madison Reese Cawthon, graduating summa cum laude.
Bailey Lee Sharon.
Adrian Raul Fabian Cervantes, graduating magna cum laude.
Osvaldo Enrique Chavaria.
Alexis Marie Chartier, graduating magna cum laude.
Luella May Clark, graduating summa cum laude.
Arabella Gail Chester, graduating cum laude.
Christian Glenn Compton, graduating summa cum laude.
Mialiani Colon Vasquez, graduating magna cum laude.
Haley Nevaeh Crawford.
Daisy Lou Conley, graduating cum laude.
Katie Alina Cuellar.
Ali Michelle Cronmiller, graduating cum laude.
Ramon Davila Granados.
Kelly Maylin Curtis, graduating cum laude.
Canaria Chiare, Denmark, graduating magna cum laude.
Celine Dela Cruz, graduating magna cum laude.
Aurora, Quantum, Diamond.
Ava Serene Densmore, graduating summa cum laude.
Nova, Cooper, Doyle.
Skylar Alden Dowdy Jr., graduating cum laude.
Charles, Vincent, Drymond.
Hobart Baird Edwards Drake Jr.
Richard, Edward, Dugan, a fourth.
Robin Andres Dubon.
Reese Leanne Equi, graduating cum laude.
Emmeline Haley Eckert, graduating magna cum laude.
Cooper Daniel Espinosa, graduating summa cum laude.
Kevin Alejandro Escobar Hernandez.
Samantha Grace Farmer, graduating cum laude.
Miranda Lynn Eastup, graduating magna cum laude.
Stephen Felix Jr.
Jeremy Jose Pibas.
Guadalupe Ferrasquia Estrada.
Teodoro Felix.
Gage Connor Futch, graduating magna cum laude.
Jake Christopher Fowler.
Kalia Mystique Gamanita, graduating summa cum laude.
Jolette Galvan Gonzalez.
Serenity Marie Garcia, graduating cum laude.
Jocelyn Garcia Garcia, graduating magna cum laude.
Kaylee Bloodwind Gibbs, graduating magna cum laude.
Cameron Clayton G.
Oriana Lamaria Godwin.
Mackenzie Jordan Goad, graduating summa cum laude.
Eden Maria Gonzalez, graduating cum laude.
Aubrey Lene Godwin.
Attorney Philip Anworth Gavin Gordon, graduating magna cum laude.
Julia Merrill Gonzalez.
Javar Romaine Graham.
Jarek Lavon Gordon Jr.
Aubrey Tanner Grubbs, graduating cum laude.
Clinton Daniel Griner, graduating summa cum laude.
Avasia Noel Hamilton, graduating magna cum laude.
Jonathan Guerrero Palomino, graduating cum laude.
Jordan Thomas Allen Hedge.
Caden Ansley Hall, graduating summa cum laude.
Francesca Nina Hernandez, graduating cum laude.
Jermaine Amar Harrell.
Ryan Ellis Hill, graduating summa cum laude.
Carlos Roberto Hernandez, graduating cum laude.
Hannah Haley Holton, graduating summa cum laude.
Lily Mae Goodwin.
Walicia Jemiah Howard, graduating cum laude.
Sierra Elizabeth Holston Pauline, graduating summa cum laude.
Francisco Inzunza Sanchez.
Caleb Michael Horn, graduating magna cum laude.
Takayan Laurice Jackson.
Weston Allen Howard.
Toure Artress James, graduating cum laude.
Sierra Nicole Izzo, graduating magna cum laude.
Darius Lee Jones.
Zion Kiari Jackson, graduating magna cum laude.
Karina Rochelle King.
Amari Jaquan James.
Colton Eli Kaiser, graduating magna cum laude.
Hamel Grisel John.
Dejanay Little.
Trey Alexander Christian Johnson.
Danaya Janae Lachey Little.
Haley Rose Josette.
Deasia Little, graduating cum laude.
Gabriel Preston Nair.
Denasia Tanique Little.
Elijah Jacoby Lee.
Edwin Gabriel Maldonado Jr.
Dakota Lynn Libby.
Johnwell Omar Maldonado Diaz, graduating cum laude.
Caitlin Ann Lemke.
Ayana Esperanza Martinez.
Wyatt Ellis Long, graduating magna cum laude.
Traven Morel Matthews, graduating cum laude.
Hayden Zachary Luffman.
Damian Tetrell Maison Jr.
Juliana Lynn Maffei, graduating summa cum laude.
Avery Nicole McCubbin, graduating summa cum laude.
Joshua Michael Malik, graduating magna cum laude.
Haley Elizabeth McGahy, graduating cum laude.
Jayla Ray Martin, graduating magna cum laude.
Kaylee Rebecca McGahy.
Destiny Michelle May.
Brianna Callie McQuaid, graduating summa cum laude.
Del Lachey McLean.
Danny Phoenix Medina.
McKay Lee McFarland.
Caden Michael Isaac Milligan, graduating magna cum laude.
Jordan Demetrius McNeil.
Connor Craig Mims, graduating cum laude.
Hayden Thomas McTiernan, graduating cum laude.
Jonathan Molina Gomez, graduating magna cum laude.
Christina Lee Merritt, graduating magna cum laude.
Jocelyn Jovita Moran, graduating cum laude.
Jacob Talmadge Merritt.
Michael Morvan Morrison II.
Christopher Wyatt Mims, graduating cum laude.
Aiden Riley McColmray Walker.
Riley Peyton Ming, graduating magna cum laude.
Ariana Rose Myers.
Carly Nicole Smith Morgan, graduating magna cum laude.
Chloe Morgan Nix, graduating summa cum laude.
Owen Wayne Mosley.
Camarius Contes Niesman.
Luis David Natal, graduating cum laude.
Scarlett Rose O'Brien, graduating cum laude.
Trenton Matthew Nix, graduating magna cum laude.
Brooke Marie Page, graduating magna cum laude.
Eric Christopher Ostanek Jr., graduating magna cum laude.
Sienna Alexis Patterson.
Haven Bell Ostanek.
Rashard Malik Patterson, graduating cum laude.
Matthew Patrick Edward Perry, graduating summa cum laude.
Caitlin Marie Pelfrey, graduating cum laude.
William Franklin Patterson V.
Kalia Soleil Pete, graduating.
Hannah Olivia Peebles, graduating summa cum laude.
Cameron Alexis Peterson.
Carmesia Ann Lachelle Perry, graduating magna cum laude.
Noah James Pitts.
Trayvon Akeem Pete.
Jay Cruz Copacoa Hernandez.
Caden Christopher Peters.
Autumn Paige Priest, graduating magna cum laude.
David Jesus Polo.
Madison Hayden Rafis, graduating cum laude.
Angela Margaret Powers, graduating magna cum laude.
Keely Unique Ray, graduating magna cum laude.
Harley Ann Quarles, graduating cum laude.
Serenity Lorena Reeves, graduating cum laude.
Edwin Anthony Ramos.
Dallas Cornell Richardson, graduating cum laude.
Joshua Brandon Reeves Jr.
Aspen Camille Robinson, graduating cum laude.
Caitlin Kathleen Reeser, graduating magna cum laude.
Ava Isabel Ralph, graduating magna cum laude.
Dustin Kenneth Riley, graduating cum laude.
Alexander Lee Samaniego, graduating magna cum laude.
Victoria del Carmen Rodriguez Pina, graduating summa cum laude.
Tyree Devin Sanchez, graduating cum laude.
Jaquari Bernard Rucker, graduating cum laude.
Ethan Allen Scott, graduating summa cum laude.
Jacqueline Sanchez Gaona, graduating cum laude.
Alexis Paige Smith, graduating summa cum laude.
Jasmine Sandoval.
Pernaya Abigail Diamond Smith, graduating magna cum laude.
Coy Randall Sizemore, graduating magna cum laude.
Haley Jane Samwaru.
Nehemiah Amani Smith, graduating cum laude.
Sierra Marie Spillman.
Aaron Gregory Snodgrass.
Gavin Orion Stallknocker.
Haley Ann Spear, graduating cum laude.
Talicia Janae Stevenson.
Zachary Daniels Paskowski.
Kendrell Rashad Stocker.
Kaya Michelle Stanley.
Alyssa Love Jolene Story, graduating cum laude.
Mariah Lynn Stockwell, graduating cum laude.
Trenton Darby Taylor.
Courtney Lynn Strickland, graduating summa cum laude.
Jaden Alex Torado, graduating cum laude.
Carson Sawyer Switzer, graduating summa cum laude.
Hannah Grace Bernardo.
Jeremy Terrell Taylor.
Tiara Lynn Vasquez, graduating magna cum laude.
Luke Otis Tootin, graduating magna cum laude.
Brett Allen Wass Jr.
Brandon Lamont Tuggerson Jr.
Rylan James Werner.
Kaylee Paige Vasquez.
Tessa Lynn Whitmer.
Fernanda Velasquez Dominguez, graduating cum laude.
Amelia Dashaw Williams, graduating magna cum laude.
Jeremiah Jamal Washington.
Jeffrey Brandon Williams Jr.
Micah Sage Watson, graduating summa cum laude.
Christian Parker Wilson, graduating cum laude.
Ethan Lee Whitehead.
Dominic Rashid Young.
Devin Ryan Willett.
Steven Stanley Gonzalez Jimenez.
Ariana Denise Williams.
Justin Dean Walls Jr.
Kenyana Zaneria Marquis Williams.
Maya Lily Gunn, graduating cum laude.
Lainey Jolynn Wood.
Rowan Scott Corderaro, graduating cum laude.
Jacob Cooley Zach, graduating summa cum laude.
Jasmine Hernandez.
And honoring the memories of Andreas Leon Davis and Adam Dalton Proctor.
Thank you. Due to the technical difficulties that we had earlier, we're going to let the two young ladies come back up and talk and give us their speeches real quick one more time. So at this time, I'd like to have Ms. Jadair Montoya, our valedictorian, come up for her remarks.
Hi again. Walking into high school 4 years ago, I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know how to navigate a class schedule, how to survive without naps, or how to fake confidence in a group project where I had to present in front of the whole class. But here we are. Somehow, we made it. And I mean, we. I might be up here as valedictorian, but trust me, this was a team effort. To the teachers and staff of North Marion, thank you. You weren't just educators. You were counselors, comedians, cheerleaders, and sometimes the only people keeping it together while we all collectively spiraled during exam season. Your dedication didn't just teach us facts. It taught us character, and I am genuinely forever grateful for the impact you had not only on my education, but on who I am as a person. To my family, thank you for being my shoulder to lean on and cry on, and we all know I did a lot of crying. To my brother and my sister-in-law, thank you for always listening to me, no matter how little my problems were. To my niece Demi and my nephews Abel and Ever, the adorable distractions that made studying nearly impossible, but totally worth it. To my dad, thank you for the countless sacrifices you made that have allowed me to be who I am today. And last, but certainly not least, to my mom. You are my rock and my #1 fan. You're the person who kept me in check, told me what I really didn't want to hear. You never let me believe that I couldn't achieve each and every one of my dreams. So thank you, Mom, for everything. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Most importantly, I want to thank God for never forsaking me and allowing me to grow while living my life for Him. He is the reason I made it through all the highs and lows with purpose. My strength came from Him, especially when I was running on 3 hours of sleep and microwave popcorn. Now, to my fellow graduates, if you remember nothing else I say today, and I mean nothing, remember this: life is hard either way. It's hard to chase a dream, and it's hard to give up on one. It's hard to stay disciplined, and it's hard to live with regret. So choose your hard and make it count. Never give up on anything that is important to you. Also, be kind. Be the person who smiles when the room is silent. Be the person that holds the door open even if a person's 10 feet away and they're awkwardly jogging while you're just as awkwardly smiling. Compassion costs nothing, but it can change everything. Class of 2020-25, we've cried together, laughed inappropriately during serious assemblies, survived the tilt-a-whirl that is high school, and somehow made it through senioritis. And now we're launching into a world that is, well, unpredictable. But the good news is we don't have to have it all figured out. We just must keep moving forward with faith, grit, and our heads held high like we do have it all figured out. So go, be bold, be weird, be loyal, be grateful, and above all, be kind. Congratulations, class of 2025. We really did it. Thank you. Again.
Great job, Jadair. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our salutatorian one more time, Ms. Cassidy Hooks. Thank you.
I'm back again. All right. Today, we are celebrating not the end of something, but the beginning of everything. Among us now is the future of our world, and we get to decide that fate. Each and every one of us have our own stories, our own ways we were brought up, and I have no doubt in my mind that each and every one of us will find our own purpose and reach our own potential and dreams in this crazy world with endless possibilities. So don't go into this life thinking that your time has to be right now. Everyone is in their own timelines. As the Bible states in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 11, He has made everything beautiful in its time. This is your life. This is your timeline. You may do whatever you will with that. I am sure we have all said at least once that we were going to drop out and do things that I don't think our parents would be so proud of. But we didn't. So that's why we're here tonight. We came, we saw, we almost gave up quite a few times, but instead we did it. So let's take this time to celebrate and remember that if we can get through all the state testing and ACE exams, we can do anything. In all seriousness, if you only take one thing from this speech, let this be it. Although we are becoming young, independent men and women, we must always remember that we can be able to depend on each other. The North Side is all of our homes forever, and we can never take that for granted. Thank you for everything, North Marion, and remember, the party is always on our side.
All right, this time we've all been waiting for it. Will everyone please stand? Now, Dr. Gullett, it is my pleasure to present the class of 2025 to you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson, and thank you for the many years of service to the North Side. We appreciate you. North Marion class of 2025, long awaited. It is my distinct honor and privilege to announce, in accordance with Article 9 of the Constitution of the State of Florida, and having satisfied the requirements set forth by Florida statutes, the State Board of Education, and the rules of the School Board of Marion County, with the authority delegated to me as your Superintendent of Schools, I now proudly confirm your graduation from Marion County Public Schools. Graduates, you may now turn your tassels. Congratulations.
Please remain standing. Allow me to introduce Matthew Perry and Dominic Young to give the class of 2025's closing remarks.
As school finally comes to a close, I'm sure all of us have realized how much these past 4 years have influenced the people we've become. Through the words of our friendly neighbor, Mr. Rogers, let us remember that often when you think you're at the end of something, you are at the beginning of something else. This moment only marks the end of our school careers. From here on, every day is a new opportunity to live, learn, and chase our dreams to the best of our abilities. Now, it's time for us to show the world what we're truly capable of. Now, on to our class vice president, Matthew Perry.
Aptly put, Dominic. I agree. These last 4 years have marked with monumental development of who we are and what we stand for. Although graduation signifies the end of our high school years, I'm sure that whatever it is we set out to accomplish in the real world will be achieved, because this is only our first step towards these goals. More importantly, it is quite a feat to get to where we are now, considering what each and every one of us has gone through. And with that, congratulations, class of 2025, and remember, go Colts!
And let these guys get back to their seat. All right, without further ado, class of 2025, you are dismissed.